Today is Sunday, August 12th. There we go. Got it. All right. So today's Buoy 10 update, here's the long and the short of it. I can sum it up in one sentence. Actually, just a couple of words. Today sucked. It was really slow fishing. The bite was tough. In the river, sounded like outside might have been a little bit slow too. A couple guys landed on some pods of fish and they would get 3, 4, 5, 6 opportunities. We did actually see some coho in the river, which was good. But overall, the bite was pretty darn tough. I was hoping, since today is one of the bigger tides in this series, that we'd actually see some more coho showing up. We were catching coho, not a bunch. The ones that we got were wild. We missed a couple of bites, and we ended up keeping one Chinook. So that was it. All day long, one Chinook kept, released a wild, and missed a couple bites. Slow, slow, slow. Everything that I had thought from yesterday's trip would work again today didn't apply. The bites that happened yesterday didn't happen today, but that's part of the fun of coming down here, is just constantly trying to figure out where these fish are going to be, when they're going to bite. Gosh, yeah, that incoming tide just never really materialized. Again, we had jellyfish in the river. That made it a little bit tough keeping your gear clean. There's a lot of grass on the outgoing tide, since these are big 9.5 to 10.5 foot tides. I think tomorrow's is about 10.5. It's a lot of water moving around. And with that much volume of water moving, these fish will move too. And you just need to keep on sticking and moving until you find a group of fish that want to play. You know, we had fish on the graph almost all day long, so they're around. But you just need to be on top of them and around them when they're ready to chew. And that can be tough when they're flushing up and downstream. You know, throughout one tide series, they could have started all the way up at the top of Blind Channel, and then by the end of the tide, they're all the way down at Buoy 10. So that is a big expanse of water to try and stay on top of these fish, which makes this fishery very difficult, but also very rewarding when you do figure them out. These next few days here will be very telling for the rest of the season as the tides start to drop. By the end of this upcoming week, hopefully the bite gets better. If not, we could see a tough season overall. But again, fingers crossed. I know I've said it a few times. Hopefully we start seeing a bunch of fish being caught. Yesterday was all red October for the flasher color. That's the only flasher that got bit. And I was thinking about switching some more over, but I kept my original set. And what ended up getting bit here today was all green machine. Red October didn't get bit at all. Green machine did. So go figure. The rods that did get bit was not just green machine, but also there's a new Procure. It's like Super Dunkin' sauce, not the Super Dippin' sauce, and like Super Dunkin' sauce. I'll post a picture of it later here. It's the first time I'd seen it. I saw it in their catalog and had them send it over to me. But it's bloody tuna and sardines, so super oily, super heavy, kind of like their super sauce, where it's just really thick. And I just put that on the outside of the anchovy, and within a couple minutes we got that king. So whether that had something to do with it or not, one fish is not a pattern. One fish is a fluke, 2 you're getting somewhere, 3 is a pattern. So got some work to do to try and figure out if that is actually something that's going to be successful. Last year was that garlic super sauce, worked great for me. This year I've only had 1 or 2 bites on it, but last year was in that 60 to 61 degree water, and I've had a hard time finding that. It's either that high 60s or ocean water 58, 59. Not much of that mixing stuff, so still searching. Tomorrow, I don't really have a game plan. I really don't. We're just going to go out there and give it a shot. I'm going to keep on looking at the water, looking at other boats, making a bunch of phone calls. I was on the phone a lot today, and everyone was singing the same tune. We're all singing the blues. It was pretty tough today. But again, some guys landed on them, did really well. And by really well, I mean 3, 4, 5 fish that they were able to keep. Most of us were struggling and only came into the dock with 1 or 2. So that's just the way it goes. And these next few days, hopefully the bite gets a little bit better. All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks. Later.